Now, some of the tips to write a good paragraph. Paragraph should have unity and cohesion. Now, what is the meaning of unity? Unity stands for the fact that all sentences in a paragraph refer back to the topic sentence. They are related to the topic. If this is the case, then there will be unity. Anything which is superfluous should be left out. Irrelevant details should be left out. Coherence refers to the fact that all the sentences in a paragraph are so linked that one leads to the other. Interlinking of all the sentences in a paragraph should be there. This will reduce abruptness, jerkiness, and your writing will be smooth. Coherence ensures that transitions are not very abrupt. We have talked about it. Consistency in point of view, verb tense, and number is the second thing which is required. Consistency in point of view, verb tense, and number is a subtle but important aspect of a good paragraph. The reader finds it tough to follow the line of argument because of the above mentioned structural and stylistic flaws. If there is no consistency in point of view, you shift your point of view quite a lot. If there's no consistency in the usage of verbs and the number, then it becomes tough for the reader to understand what you write. So the paragraph becomes more or almost unintelligible if one shifts from personal you to the impersonal one. So if while writing, I, for instance, use the word you to refer to something, you should keep in mind the important points that we have to write a good paragraph, and then after a couple of sentences, I shift to one. If one keeps all these things in mind, then he can write good paragraph. This shift from you to one, this creates problems for the reader. It should be avoided. Or if someone jumps from the past to the present tense while describing something, if I use past tense, I should stick to past tense. This changing of tenses, that causes problems for the reader. Likewise, if I've been using singular, a man, and then while referring to people I shift to they, it's awkward. I should keep the sentence structure same, and then I should stick to the number in a sentence properly. If I've been referring to things as if I've been saying that they should keep things in mind, I should stick to it. It should not be changed. A person or one should keep things in mind. They should keep things in mind. It should remain as it is. Now let us shift to the next thing. Use of transition words. Now this is very important. Transition words should be used between sentences in a paragraph. Now if we do not use transition words, writing becomes abrupt. Transitional expressions emphasize the relationship between ideas, so they help readers follow your train of thought or see connections that they might otherwise miss or misunderstand. So please have transition words in your writing. So some useful transitions which can be used to show addition. You can use words like again, and, also, besides, equally, important, first, further, furthermore, in addition, in the first place, moreover, etc. If I want to talk about, if I want to give examples, then I can use the words like for example, for instance, in fact, specifically, that is, to illustrate, etc. To compare, if I have to make comparisons, words like also, in the same manner, likewise, similarly, these can be used. Next up, if I have to talk about contrasts, so I can use the words like although, yet, at the same time, but, despite, even though, however, etc. Next up, to summarize or to conclude, I can use transition words like all in all, in conclusion, in other words, in short, in summary, on the whole, that is, therefore, to sum up. To show time, I can use expressions like after, afterward, as long as soon as, at last, before, during, etc. Next up, if I have to talk about place or direction, transition words like above, below, beyond, close, elsewhere, farther on, here, nearby, etc. can be used. To include to indicate logical relationship, I can use words like accordingly, as a result, because, consequently, for this reason. Right, okay, now comes the last slide, the important one. Now this is for practice sake. I will be giving you 4 topics and you can try writing the paragraphs. And the important thing here is the word limit. You have to use 100 words only. This means around 10 sentences are to be written. So the first topic I should say is a paragraph in about 100 words on peaceful uses of atomic energy. Second, a paragraph in around 100 words on purpose of life. Third, a paragraph in about 100 words on concept of time. And fourth, a paragraph in about 100 words on if I were a coin. Now, if you pay attention to all these 4 topics, you will notice that these 4 topics are all different. That their type is different. The way you have to approach the topic, that will be very different. First and third topics, they're very factual. Peaceful uses of atomic energy. Now, this is something which is scientific for sure, but you'll have to describe things in it, explain things in it. Likewise, concept of time. Factual topic, you'll have to explain it. It can be clubbed under the heading of expository writing. Purpose of life, second topic. This is something which is abstract. So you have to think about what is the purpose of life, and then you have to jot down points and you have to write around 10 sentences which will highlight the purpose of one's life. Fourth type, this is an example of imaginative writing. If I were a coin. In 10 lines you have to talk about what your life might be had you been a coin. So with this we reach the end of this video. I hope the basic points related to paragraph writing, they are clear to you, and I'm equally sure that you'll try to write paragraphs on your own, and with practice your writing skills will improve and you'll become a better communicator overall. Thank you so much. Have a great day.